My coverage of Computex 2023 is brought to you by Antec, Cooler Master, and MSI. To learn more about their products, check out the links in the description. I'm here at the Noctua booth where they are debuting their brand new NH-D15. This is probably one of the most highly anticipated products to ever hit the PC market. We've been waiting for the successor to this legendary cooler for so long now. It's been years since it was initially announced that Noctua would be doing a revision. Everyone got super excited, but then there were tons of delays. Obviously, the internet was not very patient. They kept accusing Noctua. This is all according to one of the reps that that the company was just twiddling its thumbs and not taking things seriously. But the reality is that they've done an extensive amount of testing to ensure that the quality of the cooler meets their extremely high standards. For example, there's one test that takes 4 months to complete from start to finish, and if that test fails, they have to start all over again. So it's an extremely grueling process that I really admire, that the fact that Noctua isn't going to roll out a product unless they're 1000% happy with it, and it seems like they're really close to getting to that point now. There's a few things you really got to focus on when designing an air cooler: the fans, the heatsink, the heat pipes. The fan has been completely redesigned from the ground up. They're now using Asterix liquid crystal polymer for its material, and initially they were going to go with the old material for the frame as well, but then they found certain variances in that were actually affecting the performance of the fan, so they decided to just make the whole thing Asterix, and now we have a fully Asterix liquid crystal polymer fan. You can also see that the...
This one. This is the other one.
Oh, this is the other one. But the tip clearance between the tips of the fan blades and the inner frame is so close. It looks like it's less than a millimeter or something. That's of course going to increase static pressure, which makes it really good for radiator performance. Also, the fin pitch has been reduced slightly from 1.9 millimeters to 1.6 millimeters. And that's of course the distance between...
0.7 millimeter clearance between the tips of the fan blades and the housing.
0.7?
0.7.
0.7 millimeter. Jeez, that's crazy. That's insane. What was I saying? Oh yeah, reduced fin pitch. Actually, here's a quick little side-by-side. You can see the fin pitch, or the distance between the fins. This is the original. This is the original NH-D15 right there. And then here's the new one. You can see that it's a bit denser. This is basically allowing them to make the cooler around the same size. It's actually a little bit less deep, so you have a bit more clearance for PCIe graphics cards. But it's also giving them 20% more surface area for better heat dissipation, which is going to help thermals quite a bit. You may have also noticed that we have more heat pipes on board. We went from 6 now to 8. 8 glorious heat pipes running through those fin stacks. It's a beautiful thing to see. They're also including a new bracket that offsets the cooler 7 millimeters downward. And that's specifically for AM5 CPUs, because the CCXs are located more south on that CPU, so there's a hot spot that's actually lower on the chip, so they're really targeting the cold plate to be directly over that area so that it does a better job cooling, and it does a more even job spreading the heat evenly across the heat spreader. And finally, they are going to be releasing a Chromax version of these fans, which is completely blacked out. It looks amazing. However, it's not going to release at the same time as the original brown fans, because it's not just a simple process of painting the fans black. Using different kinds of paints and materials in order to make the color change is going to introduce some variance in the performance that they have to do extensive testing on. It's not a simple spray paint job. So you can expect those a little bit later, but assuming that all the testing that they're doing currently goes well, we could be looking at a brand new NH-D15 as early as Q1 of next year. So fingers crossed. What the heck is this? What is this? What is this? What is this ridiculous looking screwdriver? Who makes this? Linus Techie Tippies Noctua screwdriver. Really? Never heard of this company. I don't know, it sounds questionable. I'm highly suspicious. This feels like it's been dropped a few times. I don't know what it is. Can't quite put my finger on it.